Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona. Welcome back if you're joining me again. Today's class is a 60-minute restorative flow and it is part of the Refresh and Restore series of classes. In this practice, we open with some gentle movement for your spine and your shoulders. It includes a simple standing flow that is repeated twice, and then we move down to the floor for some longer held passive stretches. And for that part of the practice, you may wish to have a yoga strap or something similar, as well as a blanket for comfort. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. I really hope you enjoy this practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.
And begin your practice coming into a comfortable seat at the back of your mat, sitting elegantly tall, upright but not uptight, a posture that feels grounded and alert, same time relaxed. Allow your body to settle, resting into gravity, and gently closing your eyes if it feels comfortable. Let your next breath be received in a softening belly. Feel your next breath out. Loosen your expression, your shoulders. Allow for a little further settling. When your belly can soften, we provide space for the breath to move with more ease. We create the environment to feel more. Beginning here with the intention of following your own body's cues and wisdom through your breath as you move in your practice today. Take another slow breath in through your nose, letting your belly expand. And gently empty your breath all the way out. As you continue to breathe, try and blur any hard edges separating the inhales and the exhales. Softly now, circling your breath in and out. Taking 3 more cycles of breath. And completing your next exhale, gently blink the eyes open. Place your hands on your knees. And on an inhale, slide your hands forward, gently arch your spine, look up or open your throat. As you exhale, chin to chest and round your spine, let your hands slide back. Twice more. Allow your breath to saturate your body with care as it rocks and cradles your body. As you inhale now, arch your spine and twist. Circle your right arm up and back. And as you exhale, place your right hand back to your leg, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine, send your left arm back and twist. Exhale, hands to your thighs and dome your spine. Once more, each side. On your inhale now, reach both arms overhead. On your exhale, cactus your arms. Send your inner elbows back, curl your heart up. Twice more, inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, bend your elbows. Adding on, inhale, arms overhead. And then float your arms wide to shoulder height. Take your right hand now over your head to your left ear and swim the back of your left hand behind your back. Then take 3 breaths to ease your right ear toward your right shoulder. Lengthen into the left side of your neck. Breathing in, take your arms wide to a T, and then switch your arms. Lower your left ear toward your left shoulder. Keep feeling for your breath in your belly as you breathe in. Gently breathe out, smoothing out any subtle breaks in your breath, practicing an even and unbroken breath. Next inhale, arms wide to a T, and then exhale, side bend to your right. Place your right hand down to the floor, look down to your hand, sweep your left arm overhead to your right. And then roll your chin around the front of your chest and you gaze up to the left, opening your chest. Breathing in, return to center, arms wide, and then side bend to your left. Gazing down, anchor your right buttocks, reach to the edge of your right fingers, and then slowly roll your chin around the front of your chest, gaze up to your right. Next inhale, center your spine, reach your arms behind your back and interlace your fingers. Draw back with the front of your shoulders. Breathe into your belly up toward your chest. And then on an exhale, forward fold any amount. Invite your arms to float away from your back. And keep your hands interlaced, breathing in, coming upright. And on an exhale, turn your palms toward the floor and stretch down. Release your hands, walk forward. We'll meet up on all fours to transition. Station your hips over your knees, moving into Anahatanasana, heart melting pose. Walk your hands forward and wide, making space to accommodate your shoulders, your neck, melting your chest and forehead toward the mat. Take 3 even and calm breaths, feeding your belly, sides of your waist, front and back of your lungs with your breath. And then lower your forearms, slide your body forward into Sphinx pose, engaging your legs, pressing down through your pubic bone, your forearms, and then breathe your chest forward through your arms. Inhabiting your body a little deeper as you linger, really notice how your breath responds. Can you keep that circular, easeful flow to your breath? Letting your breath guide any adjustments, meeting any discomfort with a sense of softness. One more breath in. Exhale now into child's pose. As you arrive, lightly push your palms forward and down, resting your hips against your heels. Take a deep breath in to the sides of your lower back. Gentle exhale, let it go. 2 more smooth cycles of breath. Inhale, glide up on all fours, tuck your toes and press back to downward facing dog. Move freely in your body for the next few breaths. Just wholeheartedly practicing being mindful, staying connected to the felt experience of each breath. Engaging your breath with any movements. And then allow yourself to settle still. Breathing slowly in, breathing slowly out, circling your breath. And walking your hands back toward your feet and land in a comfortable forward fold. Hold on to the frame of your elbows, softly bend your knees. And release the crown of your head toward the floor. Release your arms, hang in ragdoll, arms go floppy. And then just sip a slow breath in as you roll and rise to stand at the back of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer, center of your chest. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and then release your index fingers for steeple mudra. Breathing in. Exhale, reach up and over to your right. Pausing here, take your index fingers and lift as far away from your hips as you can, then ground down into your left heel. Just notice if your breath shortens, dial it back as needed. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, up and over to your left. Pull up with the armpits, not pushing too forcefully in your body so you can still sense the sweetness of your breath. Inhale, back to center. And lower your hands to prayer at your heart. We'll repeat and we'll add on, just finding a circular breath as you move, letting your breath blur from inhale to exhale. Breathing in, arms overhead, steeple mudra. Exhale, side bend to your right. Breathe in, center. Breathe out to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower your hands to prayer. Adding on. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, sweep your arms wide. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale now, squat, round and curl. Take your fingertips forward to the floor, lift your heels, bend your knees, squat low into a ball. Inhale here. Exhale, release your heels, lift your hips, forward fold. Bring your chest to your thighs. So we'll move through that full sequence twice more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Breathing in mountain pose, steeple mudra overhead. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend your left. Inhale, stand tall. Lower your hands to prayer. Base your flow on the smoothness of your breath. Inhale, circle your arms overhead. Forward fold, arms wide, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, full breath. Exhale, crouch, round and curl. Use your fingertips for support. Breathing in. Exhale, lift your hips, ground your heels, forward fold. Inhale, we go straight to mountain pose, standing tall, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend your right. Through center, inhale. Over to your left, exhale. Stand tall, hands to prayer. Inhale, sweep up, arms overhead. Forward fold, arms wide, chest to thighs. Breathing in, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, squat round and curl. Breathing in. Breathing out, forward fold. Adding on, inhale, halfway lift, look to the top of your mat and walk your hands forward into downward facing dog. Spreading through your fingers, pushing the floor away. Inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands for runner's lunge. Separate your feet, hips distance, take a breath, and then exhale and twist to your right. Push down through your left hand, reach your right hand up toward the sky. Linger for a few breaths here, smooth and steady, softening any rigidity. Breathing in. Exhale, release your right hand down to the mat, setting up for warrior two. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise upright. And stay for a few breaths, finding a shape where your breath remains fluid. Breathing in. Exhale, side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh, left arm up or overhead. Feel the length of your spine, the sides of your waist long. Breathing in, reverse your warrior, take hand to hand overhead. Lengthen up and back. Breathing in. Exhale, sweep down to your mat for low lunge. Roll up onto your left toes, lower your left knee to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest and just pause in your shape. Draw your shoulders back and down. Feel the slight opening through the front of your left hip. Just balance that with the quality of your breath. On your exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, step to runner's lunge. Space your feet, take a breath. And then exhale and twist to your left, reach your left hand high. Just noticing where you can soften, perhaps your shoulders, your eyes. The more you can soften what's not needed, the more the energy flows to where you most need it. Deep breath in here. And then left hand down to the mat, ground your right heel, warrior two. Pushing evenly into your feet, gentle opening for the inner thighs. On your exhale, extended side angle pose, left forearm to your left thigh, right arm overhead. Find the depth of your shape that allows you to breathe, your breath to move. Easeful and full. Inhale, reverse warrior, take hand to hand overhead. Pause, lengthen back. Another breath in. Exhale, sweep down to your mat for low lunge. Roll up onto your right toes, right knee down. And inhale to lift your chest. And stay for a few breaths. Just finding the qualities of a mild back bend, chest open and bright. On your exhale, hands to your mat, press back, downward facing dog. And take another round through this flow movement to breathe. Inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, step gently between your hands, runner's lunge. Take a breath on your fingertips. Exhale and twist to your right. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor, left heel grounds, warrior two. Inhale, rise. And stay for your exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse as far as your breath remains fluid. And then hands down to your mat, low lunge, left knee to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, left leg rises. Exhale, step, runner's lunge. Breathing in. Exhale, twist to your left. Breathe in. Hands to the floor, warrior two. Rising upright. Stay for your exhale. Another breath in. Side angle pose. Breathe in, arms overhead, reverse your warrior. Hands to your mat, low lunge, right knee to the floor. Breathe your chest forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just make contact with your breath, smooth and steady. And then lower your knees to the floor and find child's pose. Take your arms down by your sides, palms face up. Lay your forehead down toward the mat. Let your shoulders slump over the sides of your thighs. And as you deepen your breath here, sense your belly expanding against your thighs. And as you continue, feel your back ribs open, feeding space into your low back. And slowly press up onto your hands, lift your chest, and we'll move into hare pose. Hands come to the outside of your heels, thumbs face down, and lower your forehead to touch your knees. Then gently lift your hips any amount, lower the top of your head to the mat. Just avoid compressing your neck here by pressing down through your shins. Then pull your shoulders back away from your ears, so you lengthen through the sides of your neck. Hug your elbows into the sides of your waist. Gently breathing in and slowly breathing out. One more here. Releasing as you exhale. Take a seat and bring yourself upright. So we're going to move into some more passive stretches now. We'll make our way around the hips and the shoulders, lingering in each pose for about a minute. Have your belt close by, if you have one, and open your folded blanket. Place it horizontally over the middle of your mat for support, so it spills off the side edges of your mat. And then as you're ready, come to rest down onto your belly, onto your forearms, returning to a Sphinx pose to transition. Slide your right knee up towards your right elbow for half frog pose and using the blanket for support under your inner knee. And you're welcome to stay here, make a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead onto your hands. If you'd like to add a shoulder opener, thread your right arm under your left elbow over to your left. You can always moderate the effort and downward pressure on your right shoulder by pressing into your left elbow, or simply come back to stack your hands and rest your head forward. Finding a nice passive stretch into your inner right thigh, your inner right groin. Allow your hips to soften, your tailbone to feel a little heavy. And then press back onto your elbows, slide your right leg back to meet your left. Lean your chest down, hands under the shoulders, press up onto all fours. And then as you're ready, coming into single pigeon on your right side, slide your right knee to the back of your right hand and lengthen your left leg back. You may wish to tuck a blanket under your right hip to feel more supported and level out through your hips. Then take a few breaths to forward fold, walking your hands forward. Soften through your shoulders, your neck and your jaw. So you can stay here for a few more breaths, or if you have room to inhabit a deeper shape, you can add a twist, this time left arm threads over to the right. Simply observing your breath as you soften your body. Next inhale, rise back up. Make sure you have your strap with you if you have one. And here, slide your bent right knee further over to the left. So the right thigh is now parallel with the top of the mat, your thigh. Reach your left leg straight back. And if possible, tuck your left toes under and then turn your torso forward and come back onto your forearms. This shape is like you've landed your fallen triangle. So we're targeting the outer right hip now. And of course, there's an option to straighten your right leg out to the side. Just staying with that intention of finding a breathable shape in your body, finding moments of softness, a place where you can sit, relax, and let any discomfort melt. And take one more breath in here. And then release by rolling back. Grab your strap and come to rest down onto your back. And then take your strap and loop it around the balls of your right foot for Supta Padangusthasana, Reclined big toe pose. If you're not practicing with a strap, simply interlace your hands behind your right thigh, trying to find a place where there's minimal effort in the arms and shoulders. And you're welcome to loop the belt around your hands or your wrists there, just so your arms can dangle. Hold the belt without effort. And once you're set, reconnect to your breath, slowly breathing in and slowly following your breath out, circling your breath. And keeping your right leg in the air, loosen up the strap now so it's long on both sides. And you're going to cross the straps here and switch your hands. So the left strap goes behind your leg to your right. Hold on with your right hand, and the right strap comes in front of your shin to your left, and you switch hands. Then start to pull your hands away from each other, and this should start to rotate your right thigh so your right toes turn to the left. And if you don't have a strap, you can just turn your right toes down and to the left without the strap. Stay and breathe here. Or option to just draw some circles with your heel. And then come back to center and we'll rotate in the opposite direction. So release, come back to neutral with a strap. Belt around the ball mounds of your feet. So now the strap that's in your right hand, bring it behind your right calf and hold on to it with your left hand. And then the right hand takes the left strap and the hands pull apart. And now your toes should rotate to the right, externally rotating your right thigh. Just relaxing and settling in, following your breath. And now center your right leg, take the strap just into your right hand. This one's a bit more familiar. Slowly open your right leg out to the right. So option here to bend your left knee, place your foot to the floor to anchor yourself and feel more balanced across your hips. And then ease the right leg back into the air, a little bend in the knee as you transition. Switch hands on the belt and guide your right leg over to your left, rolling onto the pinky toe side of your left foot. And an option here to lightly bend your right knee if it makes it more accessible for more sensation. And if it's accessible, bend your left knee. Reach down with your right hand, catch your left foot, and add a quad stretch. And just flowing from pose to pose, notice the different sensations that arise in the right leg and your hip. And then last few breaths here, release the strap and come into a reclined twist. So knees stay pointing over in this direction. If you have your right hand holding your foot, release that. You can either stack your knees or wrap your right knee over your left. And just tear out your arms or cactus shape your arms. Release your shoulder blades down your spine. Breathing smoothly in and slowly out. Stay with your breath. And then gently release your legs and roll onto your belly. Return to Sphinx pose. We'll cycle through the opposite side. Just getting comfortable. Slide your left knee up toward your left elbow, moving into half frog pose. Feel free to prop your inner left knee with a blanket there for comfort. Make a pillow with your hands or add a twist. Thread your left arm under your right elbow and over to the right. Just letting your body settle into the support beneath you. Notice if you can relax the inner left thigh a little closer toward the floor. And as we cycle through this side, consider your body as your ally, one that you consult with as you move. So rather than pushing into certain shapes or subduing discomfort by just hanging in there, just listening to the whispers of your body, adjusting to the feedback so you can find comfort, ease, and release tension. Press back onto your elbows. Slide your left leg back to meet your right leg now. Lean your chest down. Press up onto all fours to transition. Moving into single pigeon on your left. Place your left knee to the back of your left hand and extend your right leg out straight. So option to place a blanket under your left hip and take a few breaths to fold forward, walking your hands, your forearms forward. Every exhale, an invitation to soften, surrender into your shape. So you can stay here, or if you have space, you can add a twist, threading your right arm over to the left. And inhale, rise back up. Grab your strap, slide your bent left leg further over to your right. So now your left thigh is parallel with the top of your mat. Reach your right leg straight back, and if you can, tuck your right toes under. Then turn your torso forward, come back to your forearms, your grounded fallen triangle shape. Of course, option to straighten your left leg out to the side. Notice it where you have space to soften. One more breath in. And then roll back and release. Take your strap. Come to rest down on your back. Aligning your spine, loop the belt around the balls of your left foot. Straighten your left leg into the air. And then, if it's comfortable for you, just loop the strap around your hand so your hands are just suspended and not gripping. Let your arms get nice and heavy. Let your breath slow even more. And then keeping your left leg in the air, loosen your hands on the belt and we'll crisscross the strap. So taking the belt that's in your right hand behind your left leg, and then hold on to that strap with your left hand. The belt that's in your left hand comes to the front and you switch hands. Start to pull your hands away from each other, rotating your left toes to the right. Stay and breathe here, or you can draw some small circles with your left heel on the ceiling. And then switching now to external rotation, let the belt hang loose in neutral. Right hand on the right side, left hand on the left side. And now the strap that's in your left hand goes behind your left calf. Grab it with your right hand, and then the left hand takes the right side strap in front of your foot, and then the hands pull apart. Your toes rotate to your left. Just relax and settle in once you have it. Follow your breath. And then center your right leg, take the strap into your left hand, And then slowly open your left leg out to the left. Feel free to bend your right knee, place your foot on the floor if it gives you more comfortable range. Try and relax your outer left buttocks. Giving yourself a few moments to settle, to feel. It's an opportunity just to ease into your body, into the pose with patience and compassion. And then make your way back to center. Left leg goes back into the air. Switch hands on the belt. Then guide your left leg over to your right. So you roll all the way over onto your right hip, right pinky toe side of your right foot. Option to lightly bend your left knee to make it more accessible. And for more sensation, bend your right knee, perhaps taking your left hand to your right foot for a quad stretch. And last few breaths here in a reclined twist, releasing your right foot if you had that bind, and either just stack your knees or wrap your left knee over your right in any comfortable position with your arms. Allow your shoulders to relax down and back. And then unravel, roll onto your back, belt to one side, hug your knees in toward your chest. And then as you're ready, make your way into happy baby pose, separating the knees, drawing your knees down toward your armpits, holding onto the outer feet. A little rock side to side if that feels good. And then release your hands, hug your knees in toward your chest, curl up into a little ball, lift your head, shoulders. Release, gently roll out to your right side and come up to a nice comfortable seat. Practicing a simple pranayama to allow your body and mind to relax into a peaceful state in preparation for shavasana, final rest. Just make yourself comfortably upright. Soften your gaze and connect with your breath. In this practice, we breathe in and out through the nose for the count of 4, then hold the breath before beginning a new cycle of breath. Wherever you're at, empty your lungs. Together now, breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath and continue on for the next minute. And breaking away from counting your breathe and just simply be, welcoming in a sense of relaxation and remembering now that all the wisdom we need lives inside of ourselves. When we allow ourselves to feel at home in our bodies, to be still and to feel embodied, we're simply remembering that what we need is right there inside of us. And this remembrance brings space and peace. Taking the next 5 minutes now to lay quietly in shavasana, resting back with all the comforts that you need. Lay your legs out long and wide. Allow your hips to soften. Rest your arms comfortably by your sides with your palms skywards. Inviting your shoulders to relax and soften. Rest now. Surrender the weight of your body, the weight of your thoughts, just for now. And I'll be back to guide you back. And gently, softly start to deepen your breathe. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. Perhaps take a whole body stretch. And then bending your knees, place your feet to the floor. Just rolling out to your right side and pause. Take a final moment to express gratitude for your body and how it carried you through this practice. Also just to register how you're feeling, becoming familiar with this embodied feeling so you can return to it during your day, carrying this calm, heightened awareness into every situation you encounter. Press your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me for this refresh and restore practice. I hope you're feeling great, feeling calm and peaceful. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.